So here we are at the ITS World Congress in Singapore. Let's check out the big topics over here. Bart Vuijk from TNO in the Netherlands, a typical Dutch research organization. What do you do here in Singapore?
Okay, TNO as an applied research organization is really keen to be at the forefront of new innovations. Right? What we do is really accelerate innovation. And of course we do this for Dutch society, and we're partially funded by Dutch government. So it's very important that we bring the latest and greatest of the new technologies to the Netherlands to make it available and to make it understandable for Dutch companies and for Dutch governments. So why are we in Singapore? We have a local office in Singapore. And that is specifically because Singapore is very advanced in the deployment of automated driving. So why we're here is actually to learn on one hand how this automated driving actually happens in reality, what it means for cities, and we contribute to the development of that by our methodologies that we have developed in the Netherlands. So it's a two-way traffic in a such sense. And what we really bring back to the Netherlands is a better understanding of how automated driving really can happen and what the impact of it could be on the Dutch roads, on the Dutch traffic system. What we see here in general is that Singapore is pushing very hard in terms of innovation for connected automated driving. And what is interesting is actually that as two countries we have a lot to offer to one another. So the Netherlands is really very strong in infrastructure, in connected infrastructure, and there's actually a really good match between the advances that Singapore has in automated cars and the Netherlands has in its infrastructure. Those two should come together, and actually those two can work and should work together to really introduce self-driving cars into our systems. And this is why it's also important to really merge those two worlds, if you want. So part of our role is also to match Dutch parties with local Singapore parties. We're actually working with local Singapore government, we are working with the Land Transport Authority, and we're also trying to bring the knowledge that we developed there across to Dutch governments, but also to Dutch society, to Dutch business. That's essentially why we're here, and we're really happy to be here. We're also part of ITS Singapore, so part of the local ecosystem, but really here to bring back the knowledge to the Netherlands.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.